Brian May played lead guitar on his homemade axe The Red Special for the rock band Queen, which rose to fame in the 1970s. Following the death of frontman Freddie Mercury in 1991, Queen rediscovered success in later years with vocalists Paul Rodgers and Adam Lambert. May also helped with the development of We Will Rock You, a long-running musical based on Queen songs, and the 2018 Mercury biopic Bohemian Rhapsody. Outside his musical career, May has earned advanced degrees in astrophysics, published numerous books, and devoted his time to animal welfare causes. Brian Harold May was born on July 19, 1947 in Hampton, Middlesex, England, to parents Ruth and Harold May. An imaginative teen, May, with the help of his father, built his own homemade guitar dubbed the Red Special. The guitar, which was made from makeshift materials including firewood and was played with a 6-pence coin for a pick, would later figure prominently in May's musical career. He would go on to play it on every Queen album and live show. The young May received his education at the Hampton Grammar School. An exceptional student after graduation in 1965, he enrolled in the astrophysics program at London Imperial College, where he obtained his bachelor's degree in science. He would finish most of his Ph.D. by 1974 and finally completed in 2007. It wasn't long until May began to pick up a thing or two from such popular rock guitarists as The Shadows' Hank Marvin, Elvis Presley's sidemen Scotty Moore, and Buddy Holly. As a student at secondary school, May formed his first group, the instrumental band 1984, playing around London and even opening a 1967 show at the Olympia Theatre for such soon-to-be big names as Jimi Hendrix, Traffic, Pink Floyd, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. After beginning studies at Imperial College and growing weary of their musical direction, May left 1984 in the spring of 1968. During his college career, May hooked up with drummer Roger Taylor and a fellow ex-1984 member Tim Staffel, forming the rock trio Smile. Shortly after graduating from college with an honors degree in physics and math, May focused full-time on music when Smile signed to Mercury Records. Despite great promise, Smile only managed to issue one single and a few unreleased tracks before Staffel left the group, but it was a friend of Staffel's who would offer his services as the group's new singer, Freddie Mercury. With the lineup change came a new name, Queen, and a new musical direction, heavy rock mixed with grand ballads and a flamboyantly glam look. After going through numerous bassists, Queen found a permanent member in John Deacon, resulting in a recording contract with EMI or Elektra and a self-titled debut following in 1973. With each successive release, Queen's musical direction and stage show grew stronger and more popular, until they were one of the world's biggest acts by the mid to late 70s, due to such mega-hit albums as Night at the Opera, A Day at the Races, News of the World, and Jazz. Unlike other groups where a single member supplied all the songwriting, all four of Queen's members had their own songwriting credits equally, with May writing some of the group's most identifiable hits: We Will Rock You, Fat Bottomed Girls, Now I'm Here, and Tie Your Mother Down, among others. During a short break in 1983, May issued his first solo release, the 4-track EP Starfleet Project, and co-produced the debut recording from the obscure heavy metal outfit Heavyped entitled Lettin' Loose. Around the same time, an exact duplicate of May's Red Special guitar was issued to the public via the Guild Guitar Company, and May recorded a video guitar lesson as part of the Starlicks series. Queen would continue issuing hit albums and sold-out tours throughout the late 80s, until they became solely a studio band during their later years, 1989's The Miracle and 1991's Innuendo. The reason for this was kept under wraps at the time, but it later became known that it was due to health reasons. Mercury was diagnosed with HIV. With Mercury's death in 1991, Queen went their separate ways, with May focusing on a solo career and other projects, including hosting and playing at a 1991 Guitar Legends concert alongside Steve Vai and Joe Satriani. May's first full-length solo album was preceded by the single Driven by You, which reached the top 10 in England and was featured in a Ford car commercial, winning an Ivor Novello Award for Best Theme from a TV or Radio Commercial. 1993 finally saw the release of Back to the Light, an album that was a sizable hit in Europe and led to May's first solo tour. A year later, a live document of the tour, Live at the Brixton Academy, was issued, mixing new solo material with Queen classics. It wasn't until 1998 that May would issue a proper studio follow-up, Another World. Tragedy struck May and the rest of Queen in 1991 when Mercury died of AIDS. In the wake of his passing, the band established the Mercury Phoenix Trust, an AIDS relief charity. May, Deacon and Taylor released Made in Heaven in 1995. It was the band's final studio album with their former lead singer until the 2014 release of Queen Forever, which featured some previously unreleased tracks sung by Mercury. Among them was a lost duet with the late Michael Jackson entitled There Must Be More to Life Than This. In addition to rock music, May retained his interest in astronomy, and in 2006 he returned to his studies in astrophysics, completing his doctoral thesis and earning his Ph.D. from Imperial College London in 2007. May also has a keen interest in 3D photography and wrote A Village Lost and Found, a study of T.R. Williams, a famous stereo photographer of the 1850s, as well as a book on French diableries. May has also tried his hand at penning original music for movies and a radio series, as well as recording the soundtrack for the Red and Gold Theatre Company's production of Macbeth, which was staged at London's Riverside Theatre in the late 90s. In 2017, May collaborated with Carrie Ellis for the first time since their 2013 record Acoustic by Candlelight. Golden Days was an album of original compositions and cover versions, including a take on Gary Moore's Parisienne Ways. May's contribution to rock guitar remains great, as his playing has proven to be a huge influence on other renowned rock guitarists past and present, including Billy Corgan, Ty Tabor, Nuno Bettencourt and Phil Collen, to name but a few.